Well, welcome to our second attempt. Attempt. It's off to a
You
rough
want to go?
start.
You want to start over?
No, I don't. At episode 40, our Udonis Haslam episode. So yesterday we recorded, and midway through, we ran out of storage, and that whole half of the podcast is lost. So we finished it. So you may see in the new one, Corinne is wearing a different outfit. It's because this is a different day. I'm not trying to give you the illusion that this is the same day. I'm just in that
Pretty sure
time.
you are. I'm pretty sure you are.
I'm in that time of year where I take off my work clothes and I put on the same outfit for like 5 days straight until I wash the sweatshirt and then I start a new outfit. So,
Yeah.
yes, and I also stink because I worked out earlier. You know what I'm saying? But this is episode 40, and
Literally no muscle in there. Go ahead.
a
Go
little
ahead.
bit.
40.
40, just like ounces, like beers, like I did yesterday. I did that joke. So, in the interest of not sounding repetitive, because what sucks is when you have to redo it and then you sound super rehearsed and scripted. So, we
Yeah.
switched it up. So, yesterday we did the best of 2012, but that didn't make the cut, unfortunately. So, now to keep it fresh, and so we're actually having genuine reactions, we're going to do the worst of 2012. I'm Joey, by the way.
I'm Corinne.
And the worst of, we go over four worst things from a given year. And in 2012, we'll give you the worst movie, the worst song, the worst piece of miscellaneous or pop culture news, and the worst piece of sports news. And we'll go over this and we'll get started. We don't do alternating anymore, or we don't do my turn, your turn. We don't do timers anymore. But Corinne, I'll let you start with your worst movie. By the way, her best was Django because she references that in the episode of the clip that you're going to have later. So
Oh yeah. My quote was from Django. All right, worst movie. I'm going Pitch Perfect. This, first of all, I hate fucking musicals. Then you add that stupid fucking cup stacking trend that swept the nation for a whole like year and a half. You got competitions and everybody's trying to do the fucking cup stacking. Everybody's singing the song and posting all their videos. It was annoying as fuck. The song wasn't even that good. Be fucking for real.
first of all, I didn't know they do cup stacking in that movie
Yeah,
because I
that's
stumbled.
where it started.
Oh, because I stumbled into that movie and I kind of enjoyed it. But I didn't know that they did cup stacking. I've clearly only seen it one time. But who's in that? It's is it Anna Kendrick's in it, and then that dude Adam Devine, and there's some few other people.
Anna Kendrick, I think Rebel Wilson,
Oh,
Brittany Snow.
okay.
Yeah, OG, the OG pop girlies.
Yeah, there are some interesting movies in this year, and there's a lot of good ones actually. In terms of, I don't know why they made two Abraham Lincoln movies. There's one I think is based on his life, just called Lincoln, and there's one where he's a vampire hunter, which also I don't
Oh,
understand. Why did we do that with our president? But anywho, my worst movie is Paperboy. So I saw Paperboy a long time ago. I don't even really remember much about it besides it was one of the worst watches I've ever had. It's up there with Requiem for a Dream. I think Matthew McConaughey and Zac Efron are brothers. It's an all-star cast. It's got those two. It's got John Cusack and it's got Nicole Kidman. Really weird
I
movie.
have
Apparently,
not seen this movie or heard of it.
don't. Apparently, at some point, I think John Cusack's accused of murder, but like one of them's like a reporter and he's obsessed with him. Just know that in this movie, Matthew McConaughey's a closet homosexual and his fetish is getting beat up by people. So he's just like living this closeted gay life where
What?
people whoop his ass. And then I think Zac Efron I read because I didn't remember much. I think Nicole Kidman pees on him at one point. Really weird movie, and I wouldn't recommend watching it. Uh,
What? Wait, was it like a serious tone or was it like a
Yeah,
comedy?
I think it was like one of those things. It was like the fact they were trying to do like real cult classic type thing, and I feel like it was very mixed reviews. Like some people liked it. Maybe you should check it out. Maybe you'd like it. I think it's like thriller-ish. I don't remember anything just being like, what am I watching? Uh,
I'm gonna look it up on Redbox. I'm gonna look it up on Letterbox and I'll see what it's looking like.
do it.
Because
Um,
it sounded, I don't know, man. It sounds hella sus.
it's a weird one. There's Zac Efron and Dancing in Whitey Tidies if you're into that, and the only reason I remember that as well is because I saw the clip in the preview. I'm going song. This is, I mean, they just kept serving us plates and plates of hot ass this year. Rap music was in shambles. All the music that came out that was rap music that year is terrible. So for your
That's
consider
bullshit.
for
That's
your
bullshit. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
for your consideration, you had Young, Wild, and Free, which was trash. You had yeah, the motto, which is trash. People use YOLO way too much, played that shit out. Uh,
Crazy.
I think Mercy sucks ass, to be perfectly honest. That was a song
That's
you couldn't escape. Trash ass beat,
crazy.
trash ass
That's
song.
crazy. That's
Those
really
all those
fucking.
weak ass LMAFO songs. Psy, Whoopin' Gangnam Style. I already mentioned that in the previous episodes. I won't go there again. So my worst song is Rack City by Tyga. Tyga's lame. I don't like any rappers that I feel like I can beat up. That beat is trash. That song is trash. Everything about it sucks. I don't like it.
Bro, this is the worst take you've ever had that No Mercy wasn't a banger. Because when you said all
No
the rap
Mercy. That's a
that came out of
WWE
here,
wrestling game.
when you
Mercy.
said nothing came out of here, out of this year that was good rap wise, I was like, that's false. Wow. And that's the first song that I think that I thought of. Wow, that's really fucking crazy. Rack City was a banger. What was the other one? He had another one. Uh,
Tyga. Who cares? I don't know. He
he
sucks.
had another one that came out around that time. Oh, it was probably Make It Nasty. I bet Make It Nasty came out within the same. Anyways, worst song, I'm going with Wide Awake by Katy Perry. I'm wide awake.
Oh,
Please take your ass back to sleep. Take this song back to sleep. Take this
put it
song
down.
somewhere else. Fuck. Yeah, I don't really even have much. It was just a bad song. I didn't like it.
What's your sports news or your sports event?
Oh, actually, kind of like some real shit. Apparently, Chiefs linebacker did a murder
Oh.
suicide with his girlfriend at the
Mm-mm.
team facility for some reason this year. Yeah, I don't not good. I don't know why that happened, but that's not good.
Can't believe that was 13 years ago. It feels like it was just yesterday. I'm going with, I forgot this was the year there was like a lockout and they had replacement refs and they were so garbage because they had
Oh,
like the essentially minor league refs in there. I don't remember if they were college refs or whatever, but they sucked ass. And the Fail Mary. So it was Monday Night Football is the last play of the game. Russell Wilson throws a Hail Mary. First and foremost, Golden Tate shoves the shit out of somebody like a huge offensive pass interference. They don't call. The defensive back essentially picks it off and Golden Tate puts his hands on it, and they pretty much say tie goes to the receiver type thing, and they call it the game-winning touchdown. So the Packers get screwed. But I watched that play several times today. I'm like, dog, this is awful. One ref calls touchdown, one calls incomplete or touchback from the interception. But yeah,
when you got the refs not on the same page, that's when you know some bullshit is about to happen,
well,
bro. I saw that
they pulled him
when
from
I was
some
doing my
local middle school.
research. I saw that shit and I was like, "Ooh, this is," because I see, all of them jump. I mean, it's whatever. It's hard to judge a Hail Mary, but
They ref the Wonderlic Wildcats game and then showed up to ref that game afterwards.
oh nine.
I'm going I'm going with miscellaneous news, pop culture news. I'm going Whitney Houston dying. An icon. I mean, I don't know a whole bunch of her music. I'm gonna see her in front. I love the movie The Bodyguard. I Will Always Love You. Love that. I Want to Dance with Somebody. A banger. A few other ones. I guess I don't really know enough to say, but didn't Bobby Brown essentially turn her into a crackhead, kind of? Um,
Yeah, just
Bobby
toxic
Brown,
relationship.
super talented too, but R.I.P. Whitney Houston. Bodyguard, great movie. If you haven't seen it, go ahead check that out.
I haven't, but I've heard nothing but good things. Worst thing to come out of 2012. I'm going with the 50 Shades of Grey franchise. And it wasn't the movies, it was the books. And they started releasing in 2011, but the third one is released in 2012. So I can still say that it was the worst thing to come out of 2012. And I didn't read the fucking books, but I watched the movies. And if they are anything like the fucking books, or yes, then the books are fucking trash. Just bad. I was really watching those movies and I was like, this is the movie that y'all, this guy is a fucking nutcase. He's just like, he's all over the place. I was like, this is the fucking guy that y'all like, oh my God, he's so hot. I was like, he's like stalking her, first of all. He's like popping up at her job, doing all this crazy fucking weird shit that only a guy who has a shit ton of money can get away with because you're like, oh my God, he's stalking me, but he's actually also rich. Sister, I need hetero women to break those chains. I need y'all to break those chains, man.
I heard
There's
the
a
one.
lot of brainwashing that went into a lot of the socialization for this, and there's a lot of shit in that shit that is not okay. Okay,
It was like a lot of middle-aged married women reading it too, I
yeah.
think, from what I read.
Mhm.
And they had the expression mommy porn, and I hated that so much. It made me feel gross just saying that out loud and reading it. But that's what
Get
like
better smut. Get better smut, okay?
I
I'm not
heard
trying to kink shame anybody. If you want to read some erotica, go for it, toots. Get some better shit to read.
toots. If you
This
want to
is just toxic and just unhealthy, and it's bad.
if you want to be a homosexual and let somebody beat you up like Matthew McConaughey, that's fine too. But yeah, I heard the writing's terrible in those books, by the way. I heard that's like the main thing. Is this
She's the fucking original Colleen Hoover. That's exactly what that is. You know what? I'm glad that I made that connection because that's exactly. I can't remember the name of the lady who wrote them, but yeah, that started something. You know what? And the movies came out in 2015, so I already know I got my shit locked and loaded for 2015, and we end up doing the worst stuff. It's gonna be 50 Shades of fucking Gray.
And that is 50 Shades of the Worst of 2012. We are now moving to our next segment, which is, did I do segment again? Jesus Christ. If we ever get
Still,
famous, I want us to have a sandwich at a local sandwich shop called the Segment that's named after us, and I get to design it, and it'll be a tuna sandwich. We're going to move into Start Bench Cut, which is a sports metaphor where we go over three, don't roll your eyes on my sandwich. We go over three we have a topic that one of us gets to pick. We alternate, and we have three options that we choose as our number one, our second option, and then one that we choose to get rid of. So Corinne had the great idea in our first episode of doing Mario Kart characters, and she picked the obscure ones to make it harder to do. So yesterday we ranked Luigi, DK, and we ranked Princess Peach. But to make sure our reactions are fresh, we're keeping the same start bench cut, but we are changing the characters. Her favorite's Yoshi, mine's Toad, so I didn't want to include them. We established that yesterday, so we did the only three other ones that exist in Mario 64. So we're going to be starting, benching, and cutting Mario, Wario, and Bowser. And whenever you're ready, Corinne, you can start
oof, I
with
already
your
know this.
cut.
I already know this is gonna upset you because of the conversation that we had yesterday.
Don't you
I'm
do it.
cutting. I'm cutting Wario. Number one, he's fucking ugly. Number
Hey,
two, his outfit is fucking terrible. What?
purple.
He's wearing purple and yellow. What are you, a fucking Skittle? He wants to be Mario so fucking bad. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking Wario wannabe.
You said Wario wannabe. He's not a Wario wannabe. He's the OG Wario. He is Wario. So you mean Mario wannabe, I think is what you mean. The answer is Bowser is the worst one. So here's the thing. I don't like a slow racer. I don't like it. Yes, you get the benefit of people bouncing in you and spinning out. I understand it. I don't want to be slow ass Bowser. Just don't need it. I don't want to be like just driving. It's bad enough when you face the computers and everybody passes you regardless of which character you are, but I don't need the people I'm playing with just moving past me either. So he is my cut. Bench, I'm going Mario. For the game being named after him, very mid character. Also, if he is the name of like if it's named after him, why is the first level Luigi's Raceway and not Mario's Raceway? Why is Mario's Raceway randomly the last level of Flower Cup? This is something that has bothered me my whole life. That makes no sense. Either make him the starting race or make him the main event, and that level is also trash. Mario, how I remember it, not a fast character, not a strong character, just somewhere in the middle. Pretty whack, but better than Bowser because at least he's got a little speed.
And you somehow landed on Wario being your number one
We'll
guy.
get to that, okay? It's not a perfect science
It's not a perfect science because you were like, Wario's number two and I'm number two. That was your only fucking
because I'm the
logical
shit.
I'm benching Bowser kind of for the reason that you just said. Just not he has the power edge, but he doesn't have the speed. I'm gonna start Mario. That's your starter right there. It
Why?
certainly is. It certainly isn't fucking Wario.
It certainly is Wario. So let me tell you something. We've all had our first loves, right? Not always the right person for us. Some people marry their first loves. I don't know if you've seen this TikTok challenge, like we don't know ball. Me and Wario know ball. Okay. So the first time I ever played Mario Kart, one of the first times, I talked about yesterday how I was always the second player. I
Oh,
was
are you
even the
still
third
talking
player.
about Wario?
So I'd get third selection. And you know what? Yoshi and Toad were gone. So I had to make some shit shake. And Wario just happened to be the first person I chose. And then when I started having the game myself, I got first pick of characters. I would always choose Toad. So Wario is my first guy. Slow, yes. Purple overall is fantastic. But you know what? You never forget your first love. They always have a piece of your heart. Wario, you get my start. Great mustache.
I was just
A nose
about
like mine too.
to say that fucking mustache is out of control. He needs to go to the barbershop. He needs to get his shit shaped up like Mario does. I know he wants to be him. Go ahead and ask him, get that number, cuz of where he gets his shit shaped up. You need to go to the same place. You need to change that fucking outfit.
Someone sounds like a hater, but that is start
Doesn't he
bench
have
cut.
a really aggressive voice too?
It's like that.
Do it one more time. I can't hear you.
I think it's like that. And that start bench cut. And God damn it, Warrior, I love you, man. People don't forget, never forget your first love. I'm gonna like go listen to my boo and think about him later. We are now going to move into a new segment that will be an annual segment because it only occurs once a year, which is wrap it up. And no, we're not talking about sexual intercourse, although unless you want to have a slew of children, is that the word I can use? Slew, is that correct? Then I recommend you do that as well. And if someone says they're on birth control, don't listen. You still do that. Um, Rule number one. But in this, we're going to go over our Spotify Wrapped. If you're a Spotify user such as myself or Apple, what does Apple call it?
Replay.
We're going to go over our top song, our top artist, top song, top podcast, and top album of the year. We will start with top artist. And mine was the one and only Peppa Pig right behind me. Yeah, girl. I did this yesterday too. I tried to point at her and I pointed at the wrong thing. Um, Wrong shoulder. Peppa Pig, she is my number one artist. I will not sit here and say that, I'm a huge fan of the show or, oh, some of the songs are bangers, but my daughter, it's her favorite show, unfortunately. So we're rolling with the punches. It is number one. And I think she had two or three songs in my top five.
So today is I didn't even realize that Peppa Pig was like a musical like show. But is it like every episode is like a
No,
musical or oh, okay.
they just got some that they sing over and over again, like dance,
Oh.
dance, dance in muddy puddles, splish,
Okay.
splish, 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 splish.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like okay, like SpongeBob has a couple of songs
Yeah,
like
no,
here and
it's not
it's
like a
kind of like
musical show. No, it's
okay.
like
Yeah, I'm kind of embarrassed at my Wrapped because we all know that Weekend is my favorite guy. And I swear I do not like there's years where I'm like, there's no way he's my number one. I didn't even listen to him that much. And he's always my number one. I'm sorry. I'm just a fucking fan of this guy. And it's embarrassing to say that. I am a fucking fan of that guy. He's my number one artist, number one song, number one album. I don't know what to tell you. But in my defense, he did drop an album this year. So it's like, of course, I was going to play that into the fucking ground. And I did. And I saw him in concert. That just contributed to the shit. I
in
don't know what.
Chicago, right?
It's just all, yeah, I went to Chicago for it. But yeah, it's just all Weekend, all the new album, Hurry Up Tomorrow.
What was the
Just
song?
the
What was the
companion
song?
piece, the companion piece to your favorite movie. Song is Cry for Me, which I think is oh no, Wake Me Up is the first one on the album. It's somewhere in the top of that. It is a banger though.
I actually feel like I did like that album. I feel like I gave it a shot and I did like some of it at least. I don't remember though. I feel like it came out a long time ago. And because I don't have the level,
January.
I don't have the infatuation that you have for him, I listened to it a couple times and then let it go. Didn't make my top five albums, and that's not hard to do because you only have to listen to them bitches like once or twice for that to happen. My
No, those stats, they're definitely skewed, bro. They're
Yeah,
definitely fucking skewed. Because they kept showing the Eminem show in mine when we reviewed the fucking Eminem show. And I was like, there's no way that I listened to that album that much.
I think we have
But
this conversation on the second
they
clip that was recorded before this.
did
Uh,
we?
yeah, I think we did. I think it's still in there. So you might be hearing this twice from Karrin, because albums are the last thing we do.
Mm.
Um, song, mine's the Bluey theme song because that's the song my daughter likes to have dance parties to, and it's only like a minute long. So when we start doing it, we do it like 20 times in a row, and that happens several times throughout the year. I do think these numbers are rigged and they're not completely accurate because there's not a single Sesame Street song on there, which is blasphemous. There's only one song that's not a child song, and it's Shake It by Metro Station because for like a week, Tommy liked it. Not sure how it's top five. That's why I don't think these numbers make any sense, but at least it's more accurate than last year. Because last year I was like doing all the baby shit too, and I had no songs from there, and I was like, yeah, this is inaccurate. But my top genre is lullaby. And with that being said, here is Corinne in the future, or in the past, actually. We're doing like a Back to the Future episode talking about
Podcast.
favorite podcast.
Great segue. Okay, so Apple Music doesn't actually like there's two separate
Mhm.
apps for Apple Podcasts and Apple Music. So it doesn't actually give you a wrapped. However, I already know what the number one podcast that I listen to this year is because they drop 99 episodes a day. It's iHip News, but I also listen to those hosts on their other non-political podcast called I've Had It. Love with these ladies, can't get enough of them. It's like I said, it's one of them is political, and then the other one is just them talking shit. They got me to read a book. So you know what? Look, if you can't read, get into these ladies. They'll make you want to read.
We're all about literacy in America. Well, America's not, but we're about literacy on this podcast. Mine
You
was
know
the
what they
hoop.
say, Joey? Reading is fundamental.
It is. And you know what? My number one podcast was Brian Windhurst in the Hoop Collective. It's a basketball podcast. I wish I could just literally inject basketball podcast into my veins. 4 out of 5 were basketball podcasts. My favorite podcast is the Zach Lowe show, but I feel like he came back midway through this year and he also drops less episodes. That's probably why he wasn't my number one, but he's my number one. I also had Locked On Rockets on there.
I was just about to say my number two is definitely gonna be Locked On Steelers.
Chris Van Fleet, who interviews a whole bunch of wrestlers. He's number 4, just because, again, I think that industry is fascinating. I like interviews. But yeah, that's essentially it. And then we're going to go to top album. This one was a little tough for me just because I didn't listen to a lot of albums. Like my attention span, the older I get, it's getting worse. I thought I was supposed to, when you were a little kid, your attention span sucked. Um, 3 out of my top 5 albums were from this show. So my number one album was Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. So we were doing our studies for the test of time. That was my number one. Uh,
Bro, when I tell you that they had the Eminem show, like, because Spotify, I don't know if Spotify does this, but Apple Replay, quote unquote, does like a video montage of everything, and it's like, oh, da, 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 da. It kept like the Eminem show cover kept like zooming by, and I'm like, how in the fuck? Like, I know that I did my research because probably listened to the album like 2.5, maybe 3 times. There's no way that I listened to it way more than any other album, and it wasn't actually on the list
yeah,
anywhere. It just had a lot of minutes to it.
that
But
was on there. Avril was number 3. Spice World was number 5. And in between it was Bryson Tiller, which I only think I listened to one time. Another reason why I think this is rigged. I listened to it like twice, like the new
yeah,
album. And
yeah, and
then
it's long as fuck. You can't even get through that album more
and
than
that
once.
and that Metro Boomin album that I recommend. I think I recommended both of those, and they're both pretty good. But I haven't listened to them since. And I feel like I only listened to them like twice. So
Yeah,
everything,
yeah, it
I think
sucks.
that's a
It
whack category.
those metrics are certainly sus as fuck.
What weekend album was it? The most recent one?
The one that came out this year, guys. Look, I'm sorry,
Oh no, you
fan
froze.
of this man. I'm so fucking sorry. It is embarrassing, but I am a fan of this guy. Fucking down. Yes, I played that fucking album out. Yes, I played him all. Yes, he dominated 8 months of the fucking year. He was my number one artist stream for 8 months out of this year. Look, I don't know what to tell you. There's really not much depth to me. If it ain't the weekend, then it ain't nothing at all. Okay.
And that's wrap it up. You know that music video, Stan, and you know that song? Yeah, Karen, if the weekend goes missing or some shit, it's not gonna be a fictional story. It's gonna be Karen kidnapping that man and making him watch his trash ass movie with her over and over again on repeat. That's gonna
You
be
know
the
what's crazy is that that happens in the movie. Jenna Ortega is a stan and she like kidnaps him and ties him to the bed and is like, let's go through your favorite songs of mine. It's crazy. And I was like, yep, this is me. This
that
is
is
me for
hilarious
sure.
because I literally did not know the plot of that movie. I swear to God, I just said that and I did not
It's a
know that was the
pretty
plot of the
accurate
movie.
portrayal of what would happen if I ran into Abel.
Let's move on to calling him by his first name. Let's move on to quick news. Quick news is a chance for us to go over 4 current event topics that range in category. We used to split what were we doing? Like 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, whatever it is. We're not doing timers anymore. We're making it a little conversational. Corinne, you have the first question though, just to ask it, and then we can both talk about it if we like or not.
We're not talking about this one because I don't watch college football. The college football playoffs have been finalized. Did the committee get it right? I don't even know who the committee is.
These rules are stupid as shit. So like so there's 12 spots now. 5 of the spots go to the top ranked conference champions, I think is how it's worded. So we've
Makes
got
sense.
Tulane in there. Tulane has 2 losses and they play a trash ass schedule. So if you have 2 losses of a trash ass schedule, you should not be in the playoffs. Also, we've got JMU in there, James Madison University. These
Okay.
are champions of the AAC and of the Sun Belt Conference. 2 trash ass conferences. Do not waste my time with them being in the playoffs. I am a salty UT fan. I do think, although they had three losses and one was to weak ass Florida, that they should be in the playoffs. But this is just a completely messed up system in general. Notre Dame thinks they should have got in. Their strength of schedule is trash. They showed all the like resumes for why people shouldn't get in. That shit pissed me off. Either way, it's a dumb rigged, not rigged because I don't think it benefits anybody, but it's a stupid system, and they need to fix it because these are not the 12 best teams that are playing each other. Trump's birthday has become a free national park day, while MLK Day and Juneteenth have been cut. Your president isn't racist, is he? Like, that can't be a thing, right?
He's not my fucking president. I didn't fucking vote for him. However, I do
This
think
time.
that it's no, none of 0 out of 3. No, I will say that it's interesting that he's like doing this with the national parks, but it's like your fan base doesn't even go to national parks unless they're killing animals. Like they don't give a fuck about National Park Day. You can make it free on your birthday, they're still not gonna fucking go
That's the ultimate.
unless it coincides with hunting season. They don't give a fuck about Yosemite or going to Yellowstone. Okay, that's my only comment
And they
on.
got a 7-Eleven at the bottom where they can get their big gulps
Like, get the fuck out of here. They don't even go to national
in their
parks.
MAGA hats. No, it's yeah, exactly. And then first of all, this is the ultimate celebrate my birthday month ass fucking thing right there.
Like,
Bro,
imagine how little your dick has to be for you to make everybody celebrate your birthday. Get
imagine the last time Trump actually went hiking. I would he's got bone spurs, you know. Your president couldn't go to the he couldn't go to war, so he's definitely
good
not hiking.
nurse.
But yeah, definitely. I mean, it's got to be a mere coincidence that he like, canceled out MLK Day and Juneteenth. It's nothing to do with his hate for people who aren't wealthy and white and men, who also
And
probably have small penises, as South Park portrays. Let's move on to our next question.
yep, the Chiefs and the Ravens are 6-7.
I was gonna do that too, but I just still don't know what that means. Still don't
And the
know.
Bills and the Lions look questionable. Let's take this opportunity to renegotiate our Super Bowl predictions. What are you thinking?
I don't want to say it out loud, but I've said this to anybody who will listen. Like this year is the most wide open it's ever been. Like if your team has not been able to get over the hump, like ever or in recent memories, this is their year to do it because it's more wide open than it's ever been. I think an NFC team will probably end up winning because the AFC is just like the top
A
teams.
shambles,
I think the top two
shambolic.
teams technically are like I don't trust the Broncos or the Patriots in like a do or die situation. Texans have a Super Bowl defense, don't have a Super Bowl offense. If I can
Yeah,
just get CJ Stroud to be Trent Dilfer and just not turn that bitch over and play
yeah.
halfway decent, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is the Texans Super Bowl year. They're gonna if they make the playoffs because it's still not guaranteed, they're gonna go to the Super Bowl. And they, unfortunately, their lack of offense will catch up to them, and they will lose to the Los Angeles Rams in the Super Bowl. So I'm completely changing both my teams because I don't
You
have no faith in the Bills. The Bills defense looks like it's a bunch of me's playing out there at this age. Like, no,
the Bills don't look 100. You know who I feel like does look good? I think the Packers, man. I think the Packers
they're hit
look
or miss though. But I feel that
I think the Packers they look more complete. Honestly, also Seahawks. Let's just do let's just Packers and Seahawks.
they're in the same division. Those two NFCs.
Oh, so they're gonna have to play in the playoffs to see who's gonna go. Damn, I don't know that the Lions can get there, man. I don't know
That's
that the
NFC
Lions can
too.
get there. Well, I mean, our first prediction was
Yeah.
Lions and Bills. I don't think that the Lions. I don't know. I think that instead of Lions, I'm going Packers. I'll leave the Bills in there. I'll go Bills Packers.
All right. Well, Golden Globe nominations have been released today. Any specific category or performance you want to comment on?
I'm happy that Sinners is getting the recognition that it
Still
deserves.
haven't seen it. Need
However,
to.
yeah, you definitely need to. However, what's his name? Delroy Lindo did not get nominated, and neither did Miles. Is it Canton or Caton?
No idea.
The two supporting roles in there didn't get like nominations for supporting actors or whatever. Other than that, I mean, They look the nominations look pretty solid to me. Honestly, for me, like when I look at like the categories and stuff, it's always the women's categories that are just so I'm like, God damn, all of these bitches was really fucking delivering. I don't know who to pick. The
It's like
women's
you love women or
categories.
something. It's like your turn. It's like
Right.
you're attracted to them. You,
Who
you
would have
loser.
fucking thought? Who would have fucking thought, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you? Any
I mean, just
notations
my
on
new
them?
favorite movie of all time, Wicked for Good. I mean, they didn't get I don't know why they would be. I think they said they didn't get nominated for best comedy or best
Yeah, or
musical.
musical.
Yeah,
Doesn't make
musical is
sense.
crazy because what other musicals were out? Comedy, I mean, it's not that funny, so I don't know why it would be nominated for comedy. That's not
Yeah.
surprising to me. I think the
Well,
main two, I think Ariana
Wicked One
Grande.
was funny. Wicked One was funny. Number two wasn't. I
Oh, did you
think
see it? Did you like it?
I did. I just saw it this weekend. It was good. However, caveat, I feel like one was just easier. And again, non-musical lover. One was just an easier movie for
Never seen
non-musical
Grease.
lovers to like and watch. It was funnier. Number two, the tone is like bad. Like it's not like I don't mean bad like it's bad writing. I mean this is like a dark time for all of these characters. So they couldn't go heavy in the comedy aspect of it. But it's a good fucking movie. Great performances. Great
Don't they
fucking
wrap it up well?
great. Oh my God, such a good one of the girls in the group was crying in the theater. We were all like, girly, what's going on with you?
Can we admit it's really funny watching two gay actors and actresses have to kiss and act like they're romantically into each other? Like, I was thinking, I was like, aren't they both gay? And then my wife was like, after it was over, she's like, it's funny watching that happen because they're both gay.
Is
And I'm like,
Jonathan Bailey gay? I didn't know
is that
that.
what's his face?
The Fiero, yeah.
Yeah, he's gay.
I didn't know that. Oh, good for him. I like him
One
more
more
now.
for the community, baby.
Period.
All right.
Gays stay winning.
And that wraps up quick news. Now we're going to get into. So Corinne thought that recommendations were getting a little stale, and she was correct. So we're going to go into a new farewell thing where we do a quote. So we will each give you a quote. It can be motivational, like mine is. It could be non-motivational. It could be whatever we want. We can just pick whatever we like. And Corinne, you said you were coming up with it. So we had to split this into two recordings, and hopefully the other one comes through so we don't have to do this whole shit again because that would be awful. But Corinne said she was struggling with the quote about 30 minutes ago. So let's see if she came up with one, pull one out of her ass. She probably just made one up. You can read the tattoo on my back shoulder if you want. If you need a motivational quote, I'll give you that one.
Excuse you. I have one on my leg that I can
Only
read.
God can judge you in Chinese. Let's go.
Um, in light of me choosing Django as the best movie of this year, I wanted to throw a quote from Django out there that I just fucking love, and it's when he says, "I like the way you die, boy." That
That
was my favorite part.
is a good quote.
It was a good quote.
I'm gonna.
Slave comes back to kill his old master. Fuck yeah, I like the way you die, boy. That's my fucking quote this
That is
week.
really good. I'm gonna go with. I'm very pleased with that. I'm gonna go with a quote that I think about probably at least weekly.
Ooh.
One from a early 21st century philosopher by the name of Young Jock, and this one
Um,
goes. You want to be with the star? Well, mama, I'm an astronaut. Does it make any sense? No. But does it get the people going? Yes. It's like the equivalent of being like, you want to be with a rock? Baby, I'm a geologist. You want to be with a soldier? Baby, I'm a World War II historian. Makes
right.
absolutely no goddamn sense. But you know what, young jock? I was feeling it. I quote this frequently, and it's a top five line in rap music for me. Although it's on an R&B song, it's beat by Bobby V. Young jock, even though you got that auntie hair that everybody roasted you for that one time,
When you got that perm,
still love you, dog. Great line.
you know he failed his SATs. Them words like lion is to pride
Yeah.
as goose is to he flunked all of that
Yeah,
shit.
shit didn't work out for him. Didn't make sense, but god damn it, I love it. And that wraps episode 40 of Long Lost Pals. Hopefully we don't have to re-record because that shit feels inauthentic as fudge when we have to do that. So let's hope that this all comes through. And
Well, at
if
least if we
not, I blame
do,
Corinne. I don't know why, because it just can't possibly be my fault. And I hate
literally,
technology.
I literally have no accountability in this. He is recording and saving the episodes on his computer for the fucking record.
I am tempted to buy like a $100 computer that's cheap as shit and just put all this shit on here because
Yeah.
I don't know how this happens because I literally delete stuff every week. So just the fact for it to randomly like, oh, you don't have any storage, like another technology L is why I'll never buy an AI. This is why I'm gonna die on this hill. This is why my phone has a center button because you know what? I don't know, but I do know that's my second time giving up on something midway through in two
Jumping
episodes.
jumping ship in the middle of a joke.
I do jump ship sometimes. When I jump ship, I do this because I stay fly, baby, and we gone.